So, hello there, welcome back to another video from the Wheels and Journeys YouTube channel. I'm Prashirwin Naidu, and today you are with me in the family-orientated Mercedes-Benz GLB 220D. And now this car, I have to tell you, it's quite a real hoot. I've been enjoying it this entire week. Starting with that design-wise, it looks fantastic up front and close in the metal. Of course, at first I thought this car was a bit more on the mature side for my demographic. I'm young at heart, and I thought this is more of a family-orientated vehicle. If you're a soccer dad or a soccer mom that wants to be stylish, this might be for you. Design-wise, what's different? Well, it's a facelifted GLB 220D. It's much different. You got a revised bumper, lovely good-looking grille. 3-point star is embedded into that grille, which just gives it a nicer look. Very menacing, not menacing, but very nice, very attractive, very good looking. It's not ugly per se. Design wise, it's I believe the word is utilitarian. That is the vibe I'm going for with this car. That's the overall ambiance, but with a sense of class. You have full LED headlamps in front and back, and the taste of the car, well, the design wise, just it brings everything quite nicely together. When you look at the car, I always came with the lovely optional 19-inch AMG wheels. Looks fantastic, nice design, blends quite nice. It does have the nighttime package, which means you also get tinted windows. But apart from that, you know, guys, I think this car does quite do something for me. It's not as if I'm taken aback and think, wow, it's beautiful. I feel like every car needs to have some sort of quirky feature about it, or some sort of story to tell. It's nice, but it could be better. Now, when you talk about engine-wise, it's powered by a lovely 2-liter turbocharged diesel petrol motor, pushing out about 140 kilowatts and 400 newton meters of torque. It is paired with a nice, slick 8-speed automatic double clutch transmission. Moves quite nicely, not obtrusive at all, very seamless shifts. Inside the car, it's nothing short of luxury. Before, Mercedes has been known to possibly offer cars that there have been complaints that their cars are not that great with their plastics and their interior refinement, and that was before. It was true before. However, now they've dialed up the antiques and they've given this car some sort of luxury push. Inside, you'll find a lovely AMG wheel, and keep in mind, everything is also perhaps an optional extra. You have to be in mind that in order to play in this game, you need to opt for the optional extras in this car. Now, when you think of car-wise, it has all the lovely bells and whistles in this car. Two lovely display screens, the virtual cluster and the infotainment screen, and 10.25-inch display. Very nice, easy to use with your Apple CarPlay. The sound system is a perfect 10 speakers, sunroof, AMG wheel, nice solid plastics. Everything is just quite perfect. Has ambient lighting. Also, there's another optional, which is the 3-star embedded into the front end of the dashboard, which looks quite great. And in this cabin, you'll find it to be quite spacious, quite airy, not claustrophobic at all. You have a lot of room for your passengers. But yeah, that's quite it. And you know, optional extras packages wise, well, we had the AMG line package for the design and also inside, as well as the premium package. A few other things is the driving systems, of course, your parking cameras, your reverse parking cameras galore. It does have a 360-degree camera where I'm parking in traffic, and I can simply look at the car behind me through the screen and see how close they are to me. It's very handy. It's a good feature to have. And the display wise, you'll find that you can figure about here with your how you want it to look. If you want it aggressive, there's a sporty theme. There's also a comfort theme. So it blends everything quite nicely. And yes, of course, I am driving in peak traffic from Tambo. While I record this for you and putting my life in danger or risk, I'm just joking. I want to record this one to help you guys out and tell you the honest truth. It's a fantastic car. It's solid. The interior is practically quite great. Few safety features, obviously a forward collision warning, blind spot, I didn't mention that, lane keeping assist. But keep in mind, Mercedes-Benz is a whole bigger picture. All your optional extras you have to pay for. Everything. You have to kit out your car to the nines if you want something that you feel as though you've gotten your money's worth. Now, what else can I tell you? Well, the driving is fantastic. I loved the diesel engine. It's so torquey, it's so engaging. It's really has some soul to it. It's like a good recipe that's been mastered and tastes phenomenal. The gear shifts are smooth. As I've said before, fuel wise, claim consumption is 5 liters per 100 kilometers. But hear me out before I get distracted. It is 5 liters per 100 kilometers. I was achieving between 6 to 7 liters per 100 kilometers, depending on how you drive. If you're in the highways and if you're trying to maneuver about. I just gotta kind of squash myself in because traffic is not for the weak. But yes, fantastic driving capabilities, and I believe it does a 0 to 100 in about 8 seconds, 7.2. I hope I'm not too wrong there, but it feels quite engaging, and I like that about this car. Very frugal, and I believe on a long drive this car would be fantastic. When I got the car, it gave me a range of about 750 kilometers, but I'm sure you could push it up. I have no doubt about that capability. And yes, car wise, I really like the Benz. I like the 3-pointed star, and I think this car is an interesting kind of choice into this market. I like to think it faces off the likes of the VW Tiguan or Space, or the Audi Q5 or Q7. But it could face the likes of also the BMW X5 and X3. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, which is the dreadful pricing of a car like this. It's not cheap. Most certainly not cheap at all. It starts from 1,166,000 Rand. With all the optional extras that this came kitted out with, it brought our total cost to 1,355,000 Rand, which apart from the paint, the driving assistance systems, the wheels, the look of it, the AMG styling package, the nighttime package, there's a sunroof, everything you want, you need to take off, and that is what brought our pricing for this vehicle too. It's also available in a 7-seater configuration, which is about 1,133,000 Rand. But yes, I thoroughly quite enjoyed my time spent with this car. It's not necessarily a car, like I said in the beginning, that gives you that wow factor. You're not necessarily driving something that, wow, look at me. And of course the pricing, I don't know if the pricing does justify what I feel like it's worth. I mean, it's a great package overall. It's a fantastic car. You're not getting something that's bland per se, but I feel I could have thrown a bit more spice, a bit more panache, a bit more soul to it, a bit more, less optional extra kit, more soul to it, more, I want something special, I want some wow factor to it. And I felt that in my time with this car, it wasn't like that. And of course, who are they targeting? It's for the families. It's for the dad who has a big family, or it's perfect for the families. And yes, you're not necessarily going to go noticed in a car like this. In fact, you probably will. The badge holds a lot of weight from that factor of specialness. It's a Mercedes. People see you, they think, wow, money, luxury, top notch. But I feel though that, a million Rand, guys, or just over a million Rand, it's just, I don't know what if that does it for me, to say the least. But apart from that, if you want to know more about the Mercedes-Benz GLB 220D, you can have a look at my article down below in the link, the YouTube link, which I wrote. So it's a bit more in detail for you guys, just to give you a more in-depth perspective than the YouTube video. And of course, every week Tune in at 12:30 for the Capricorn FM Motoring Adventure, where I chat cars with King Bash. And yes, this is me signing out. I hope you have a blessed week. Thank you so much for watching to the Wheels and Journeys YouTube channel. Please stay tuned for more to come. Have a fantastic one. Cheers.